In this episode of Akram's Ideas, I'm reviewing the 35-piece Kootek cake decorating set. So stay tuned! Hello and welcome. I'm Akram Tagaby-Burith, and you're watching Akram's Ideas of bringing creative and crazy ideas to life. In this Fave Finds episode of Akram's Ideas, I'm going to be sharing with you the review of the Kootek 35-piece cake decorating kit. Before I get into the review and everything, you may notice I am filming in a different location today. This is actually a space in my dining room because we are in the midst of a kitchen remodel. So I will be sharing some more information about that and the journey and the sad tale of previous kitchens and the amazing new kitchen that I plan to have. But that is a long process and we only just started, so eventually I'll have some more information about that. But in this episode, like I said, I'm going to be sharing you a review of the Kootek 35-piece cake decorating set. Now, this is a sponsored video. Kootek reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in getting their 35-piece cake decorating set and giving a review on the channel. And I said, sure, why not? Now, Kootek did give me the kit for free, but all of my opinions about the set are my own personal views and takes on it. So just a little background, I took cake decorating courses through the local Michael store like 5-6 years ago, maybe closer to 10 years ago now, for the Wilton classes. So I got all the courses of Wilton courses and was able to do all the cake decorating stuff. I don't do it often because one, we don't eat a lot of sweets. Everything is mostly sugar-free, and when you're doing cake decorating, it's a lot of hardcore sugar frosting stuff. So I don't do it often, and two, it is incredibly time-consuming to do all your piped roses and things like that. But I do really enjoy cake decorating, even though I don't do it as often as I like. But I have done in the past a lot of really cool cakes and have even won a couple of county fairs first place with the cakes that I've made. So getting back to the Kootek cake decorating set. So what all comes with the 35-piece set? So the first thing you're going to get is the cake turntable, and it is aluminum. One of the other nice features is that it's got this lovely little rubber mat or rubber pad on the bottom of the table so it doesn't scratch up your surface, and it really helps to keep it settled so it doesn't slide around on whatever surface you put it on. So that's the first and probably the main feature of this kit. The rest of the items, let's get into that. So it comes with 3 cake scrapers, and these are blue, like iodized aluminum. They are just so pretty. I've had some of these in the past from Wilton. I think the ones that I had were plastic, but these are nice aluminum ones. They're very sturdy. They have different decorations, stylings on each side of these so that you could do a couple of different variations. And I'm going to show you a finished cake here after the review that I decorated with all these tools. So these are really nice. Like I said, they're really nice and sturdy. They're aluminum, and I actually really like the color of these. Also get 2 cake spatulas, and these all come in their very own sleeve, which is super nice for storing. these items. You get a regular spatula as well as a angled spatula. And these are super nice. And again, they feel pretty sturdy. The handles are really sturdy on these. They're really nice quality. The reusable frosting bags, you get 2 of those. Again, a nice blue, so it's kind of fun. Well, I don't really care for the reusable bags. These, again, they feel pretty durable. They feel like they could, you know, be used a lot of times and really hold up. So those are really nice. So along with those are the actual piping tools. So it comes with 2 piping couplingers, along with 24 frosting tips, which is, I mean, if this is a starter kit, these are really, really nice. It basically has every single tip that you could possibly need for starting out in cake decorating. The last thing it also includes is the rose pin, thumbtack, whatever you want to call this, the rose thing, where you basically you make your roses on this tool. So it's a little base. It's almost like a teeny weeny little cake turner. So it's a little plate that you use, and you can hold it from the bottom and use it to turn as you make your roses. The only thing that I will say that I'm kind of on the fence about are the frosting tips. So if you take a look at the frosting tips, you'll notice that they have a little seam where the tip closes. Non-Wilton tips, and they have this seam. The main issue is that I find frosting kind of gets into those grooves. It's a little harder to clean. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead and try out this whole kit. I'm going to go ahead and get a cake together, and we're going to decorate it and see what my thoughts are after using all the tools that came with this kit. is the cake that I decorated using the tools from the Kootek 35-piece cake decorating set. As you can see, it came out really nice, and I used only the items that came in the kit. So let's talk a little bit more about the kit. Let me move the cake, which I've got on a separate base now for traveling purposes. The first thing I want to say is I absolutely love this cake stand. And like I said earlier, when I first unboxed this and pulled it out, this was probably the nicest feature about this set. It's got good weight to it. It's got these circle lines here that kind of help you center your cake on the platter. It's got a really nice bearing in it, so it spins really smoothly. It's just super sturdy, super nice. Probably my favorite feature in the kit itself. So going along, like I said, it came with 2 spatulas, which if you are just starting out in a kit and you don't have any of these frosting spatulas, these are excellent. They're your standard spatulas, but again, the handles on these have really good weight to them and they feel really sturdy. The cake scrapers or edgers or whatever you want to call these again are really nice, and I really like the fact that they're an aluminum versus a plastic. They feel a little bit more sturdier, and I like the blue coloring. It just gives it some nice shading. But they worked really well, especially the flat edged one, which I used extensively on the cake over here. Let's see what else. Obviously the cake couplingers and the piping tips. I was originally concerned about the piping tips because they had that little edge in there, and I was worried that frosting was going to get stuck in the edge. But I used a couple of different tips to produce this cake, and I really didn't have any problems with the frosting getting caught in that crack. Maybe if I was doing something extensive or if I had a lot more frosting or something, but it wasn't a big concern. One of the biggest surprises of this kit were the reusable frosting bags. Now, I said earlier when I first went through the items in this kit that I was not a fan of reusable frosting bags because they're just cumbersome to clean, and I never really liked the idea of a reusable frosting bag. But I will say, I was really surprised. Mainly because this is sort of a really lightweight, thin, almost silicone feeling bag. And I used both bags in the process of making this cake, and I really liked them. I really liked them because I never once felt, however much pressure I was putting on the bag, that the bag was going to rip. Now, I've had the disposable frosting bags and even the parchment frosting bags rip on me more than once, just because I've been pressing on it so much, or I kept refilling it and they would rip and bust. And so that is a pain. And while I did have to, obviously wash these, it didn't actually take that much time. And I really liked the fact that I never felt like this was going to fall apart on me. So I may be a convert to the reusable frosting bags now, because these two are just really, really nice. The only time I would say might be cumbersome is if I was doing a cake that had multiple colors of frosting and I needed a lot of bags, because at this point I only have 2, but who knows, maybe I'll get more. But I was really happy with that. So retail wise, this kit sells on Amazon for about $36. So is it worth it? And my response is going to be yes, and mainly because you are paying for this cake pan, this cake pedestal turntable here. You can't really find one of these this quality less than $30 alone. And looking at like the Wilton kits, you can get one of those plastic turntable things inside of a little kit for $24, but it does not come with the amount of accessories that this kit comes with. So $36 is worth it for this table alone. If you're going to be doing cakes, this thing is super nice. It doesn't feel flimsy like the plastic Wilton one that I have. It's sturdy. It is super nice. And if you're just starting out and you need a bunch of tips, like I said, the kit comes with 24 different cake decorating tips. It comes with everything that you need to get started. And even if you already have all that, this stand is like my favorite thing in this entire kit. And I cannot say enough how much I personally feel like this cake stand is totally worth it. I mean, I've been looking at just regular glass pedestal stands, and I can't even find those under $30. So to have a nice model one that spins, this is worth your money. So if you are interested in a cake decorating kit, I will totally suggest the Kootek 35-piece cake decorating kit. Now they have a bunch of different other variations of the kit. I will leave all the details in the description below of where you can get those. But like I said, this is actually a really, really good deal for your money, even if you're just in the market for this cake stand. I'd love to hear in the comments below your thoughts on the Kootek 35-piece cake decorating kit. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Akram's Ideas, and if you did, be sure to give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to follow Akram's Ideas on social media and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching!